Okay, hey guys, I want to welcome everyone to the broadcast. This is actually our official first broadcast for 2015, and we're pretty excited. When you look at the platform that we've put together over the last several years, I actually was thinking about this way back in 2002. We actually rolled a company out in 2007, been tweaking it and massaging it. We've been in the formulation stage for many years. Finally, at the end of 2012, we pretty much, detailed what we want. 13 was the basically getting rid of all the stuff that didn't work. In 2014, we actually started seeing some momentum going on within our platform. Obviously, we made mistakes in 2014, like every other company, but we're excited because we have actually something for everyone. And again, if you guys got any questions, feel free to put them in that little chat area down below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. But the goal here is I want to present to you a real simple business. I want to present to you a plan that could literally change your life. And I actually had a sales meeting that I had with some guys last week. And as we were talking, doing some goal setting and stuff, one of the things I told them, I says, one of the challenges that we find ourselves in is that most of us spend way too much time on the wrong, and we end up trying to sell people on getting into us in business. And what we got to learn how to do is we got to learn how to, actually interview people, make sure people are the right people to fit what we're looking for. And when most people get involved in a home-based business, they get involved in a home-based business because they're looking for a vehicle that can help them get there. Now, some people get involved because they want to sell some products, and that's okay. They want to make a little bit of money. They like the product. They want to share it with people, and that's okay. But for the majority of people who get into this industry, they get in because they got something in the heart that they can't get doing what they're doing. And so if you really want to make a lot of money in this industry, if you're one of the people who says, I have big dreams I want to get. I've got things I want to accomplish in my life, and I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Well, then what you want to do is you want to look for the right people. And if you get the right people on the team with you, you don't have to work nearly as hard. And it's fun. You don't have to put out fires. You don't have to make promises to people that you can't keep, which I've had to do because we brought the wrong people in, so therefore I had to promise I would help them beyond my capacity to help, even though I wanted to, even though with every ounce of effort I could put in, I tried to, I just couldn't keep my promise because it was impossible. And so what happened was it caused anxiety for them, it caused a lot of frustration for them, and probably more anxiety for me, frustration for them because they had an unrealistic expectation, and anxiety for me because it's just like no matter what I was going to do, it just wasn't going to be enough. So as I was talking to these guys, I said, okay, here's the first thing we want to do. We want to make sure that if you got big dreams that you want to accomplish, then you want to rather than go off and try to sell people and get in with you, rather than try to go off and sell people the program, why don't you go off and realize you've got a board of director spots you're looking to fill, and then interview people to see if they're what you're looking for. And I remember the first time that I actually understood this concept, the network marketing became so easy for me because I stopped selling, I stopped convincing, and I started sorting, and I started interviewing. And so everything has to do with questions. And the first question to ask somebody is, first of all, if we're looking for key people, what kind of people are we looking for? We're looking for people who are money motivated. So my first question to anybody, and we're going to get into this a little bit later, but one of the problems we have today in the internet world is we have the capacity to do what I'm doing right now, and that's to do a live broadcast. You can send people to sites, you can send people to recorded webinars, and so what happens is there's no interaction with people. And then but you'll find out the closer you are to someone, the higher your sponsoring rate is, the easier it is for you to get them involved with you, and basically to transfer your feeling. And what you'll understand, what sales really is a transference of a feeling. It's not an intellectual exchange. And so what happens if you're one-on-one with somebody, you can ask questions, you can transfer your feeling, and you can identify their responses. Just realize when I'm doing a broadcast like this, I don't see you, you see me, so you can see what's going on in my heart, but I can't see what's going on in yours. I can't see the response, I can't see the reactions to what I'm saying. But if you're one-on-one with somebody and you're face-to-face and you ask them a question, how they respond back to you, you got to realize only 7% of communication is verbal, 38% is tonality, and 55% is body language. So if you have an interaction with somebody, that's why I really like using Skype. if you really want to, use technology to your advantage, get a Skype account, and then when you talk with people, when they get involved with you in your program through, you read stuff by Phil. He has a program, Expose, Involve, and Upgrade. You'll start understanding what funnels are. You'll start understanding that the goal of process is to have an interaction, a relationship with somebody, so you can interview them to see if they're what you're looking for. The goal of the presentation isn't really to paint this audacious picture that they want to get in and they build a business without ever working with you. That's unrealistic. That's why frustration is happening with so many people. You want to have just nothing more than a mechanism that can get you traffic that you can sift, sort, and then you can interview. Okay, and again, I want to paint a picture for you, and I can show you how to set up an income of $30,000 or more per month within a year. And again, no income guarantees. So, make sure you understand that I'm just giving you an illustration based on numbers. Your success will be dependent upon what you do. But if you can get the mindset of what I'm going to share with you, life can become fun because you're only looking for 4 people. Here's the model that I want you to think about. You get 4, they get 4. And last year I talked about you get 2, they get 2, but you want to know something? That's just not realistic. There's no stability in a 2-legged stool. Okay, a 3-legged stool's got stability. 4 legs, you got stability. So 2 legs never really could create anything that was stable. It just wasn't good enough. And so my mindset is, you want to change your life. It's you get 4, they get 4, and so what I'm looking for 4 positions. I got 4 positions to fill. I'm looking for 4 people that want to own their life. I'm looking for 4 people that got a dream in a heart that they can't get. I'm looking for 4 people who are, number one, money motivated. So my first question when I talk with somebody, my question is, hey, listen, are you money motivated? And if they're not money motivated, why would I waste my time? And when I had the sales meeting with this group of guys, I said, why would you show anybody your program if they're not money motivated? And one of the guys said, well, some people might like our products. I said, yeah, but you got to realize time is your most important commodity. You only got 24 hours. Only got 168 hours in a week. You don't want to waste it on things that are not, I shouldn't say waste it. You want to spend it on things that are more productive than things that are less productive. Look for people to fulfill those 4 positions, those 4 key spots, those 4 board of directors for you, rather than someone who's going to go off and sell products. A person that sells will add to your volume, but a person who fits those 4 principles, they'll basically regenerate volume. They'll multiply. They'll have exponential growth. So it's much more efficient use of your time than looking for those 4 people. One of the mistakes that we make is because of the funnel system we've set up. It's Expose, Involve, and Upgrade. We get people involved for a low dollar amount. Like in our case, you can get in for $7. Okay, but the whole purpose of them getting in for $7 is to have a face-to-face, have them get on Skype with you. You talk with them, watch what they say, watch how they react to what you say. Because remember, only 10% of the communication is verbal, 38% is tonality, and 55% is body language. So when I'm talking with somebody on Skype and say, hey, listen, I see you popped in, you joined the program, and I just got a question for you. Did you, what was your primary motivating factor to join? Was it just check it out to kick the tires, or are you looking for a good deal in travel, or are you looking for a way to make some money? And I want to see what they say. I want to see how they respond back to me. And again, I love to use Skype because now I can see their reaction to my statement. And so, number one, are you money motivated? Number two, what's a lot of money to you on a monthly basis? Okay. So in other words, I don't want to tell them. I want them to tell me what's a lot of money to them. If a lot of money is $2,000 a month, I don't want to scare them away by showing them $5,000, $8,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month. If someone a lot of money to them is $30,000 a month, well, I don't want to bore them with just $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 a month. So I want them to tell me what a lot of money is to them on a monthly basis. And once they tell me, then I'll say, okay, let me ask you a question. If you could have that money coming in right now, what would change in your life? Okay. Now listen. If they're not money motivated, if they can't really think of, if they say, well, money doesn't motivate me, I can't, but I can't think of any amount of money that is a lot of money to me, then the reality is the conversation's over as far as fitting those 4 spots. You've got to go on to the next one. But if they say, $30,000 a month is a lot of money to me. Let me tell you, if I get $30,000 a month, first thing I do is I quit my job. I get a new house. We take some vacations. We spend more time in the church. They start naming off all those things. He said, let me ask you, if you could get all those things, would that excite you? Because Maybe they got these things they'd like to, that they can get with their money, but maybe it doesn't really fire them up. And again, if you're watching them on Skype and you ask them that question, then you can listen and watch how they reply, and you can read the whole message. You'll start to see the potential of one of your 4 spots popping up. Okay, so if they're money and they can tell you what kind of money is a lot of money to them, they can tell you what that extra money would do for them, and they'd be excited about it. Then the next question is, do you have a way you can make that kind of money within the next 6 to 12 months anyways? And then see what they say. And if they say, well, I got a couple things I'm working on, then here's what I recommend you do. Say, oh, you probably need to go do those things. Because I'm looking for someone who's got something they want they can't get. And it sounds to me like you can get what you want. See, I only got 4 spots to fill. So I have to have a lot of scrutiny. I gotta really have a lot of care in picking those 4 spots. So it doesn't really sound like that person's what I'm looking for. Okay? And some people will ask, well, why would you push business away? No, you don't understand. I'm not pushing business away. I'm looking for 4 people that want to run. You find out it's really hard to push a rope, okay? And so what happens is I'm looking for somebody that takes rope and runs and then let them meet, okay? That's what I'm looking for, okay? Now, so they're money motivated. They know exactly what's a lot of money to them on a monthly basis. They know what that money would do for them. They'd be excited about getting it, and they have no other way to get it. And then here's what I do. I said, I'll make a deal with you. I'll take my time, my money, my resources, and my expertise, and I'll go to work to help you get those dreams, to get that lifestyle you told me about, provided you do 3 things. Provided, number 1, you follow the pattern that I've got. Okay, and that pattern is really simple. It's basically sift, sort, and sign up. Okay, then interview, and then close, and then get them involved. Okay, it's expose, upgrade. It's send them to the funnel, get them in for $6, get them on the phone to find out if they're what we're looking for. Here's what's so cool about our funnel. Okay, the funnel sifts and sort people out so you don't have to waste your time on the wrong people. Now, some people will say, I never want to talk to anybody. I just want to have an online marketing system that puts people in and I never have to do anything. Then this is not for them. Okay, and I will be honest with you. There are a lot of programs out there that you can get in that will put people in that you never have to talk to, but they'll quit just as fast as they get in. You have to build a relationship with someone. You have to bond with them if you want to create the glue that keeps. And unless you want to keep doing this over and over and over again and never get done doing it, then I would recommend you kind of change that thought process. I've had people, you'd be surprised when people send me things that's, get into this and, it's free to join. And there's nothing wrong with the free to join program. There's nothing wrong with a offer, a $7 off, nothing wrong with those things, provided they have the mechanism to create the glue that keeps them in. But what these guys send me is nothing more than marketing systems that are looking for people who want to get rich without doing anything. They want something for nothing. I call it the lottery mentality. So they'll get in, hey, listen, I'll throw money in because I don't have to do anything. Then hopefully other people throw money in, I don't have to do anything, and then I can get rich without doing anything. Well, that's not, if you want to build something that will last, you got to have it on solid foundation. And so what happens is our funnel, that $6 funnel, that sifts and sorts the prospects so you can get on the phone. And fundamentally, remember my definition of selling is a transference of a feeling, not an intellectual exchange. So our funnel sifts and sorts, then I get on the phone with them, and then I sell, okay, and I start. What do? I transfer the feeling. I find out, is this person what I'm looking for? Is this one of my 4? And again, they're money motivated. They know what kind of money is a lot of money to them. They know what money would do for them. They're fired up about getting that, and they have no other way to get it. Then I say, I'll make a deal. I'll take my time, my money, my resources, my expertise. I'll help you get those dreams if, number 1, you follow my pattern, which my pattern is sift, sort, and sell, and start. Use our system. Use our funnel. Get on the phone, and then make sure that they do exactly what they're doing with you. Make sure they're one of your 4 key people. Okay, make sure. The second thing you want to do is plug into our system. You'll never become bigger than the system you're plugged into. You need a source of information, motivation, and inspiration. Every Monday night, I plug into a self-development call. I read books on a basis. I listen to successful audios on a daily basis. I watch successful videos on a daily basis. So if there's 4 people, that's going to be my 4, you get 4, they get 4. My 4 people will commit to me. They'll follow the pattern, sift, sort, sell, and start. They'll follow the system that we've put together. using the funnel. They'll commit to listening to successful audios, reading successful books to plug into our system. Because if they don't change, it's unrealistic to think that they'll change. If you want to change some things in your life, you got to change some things in your life. So as you're looking at how this system, how this pattern works, it's cool. You funnel, it sifts, sorts. You get on you Skype with them. Okay, basically you're selling them. Okay, transferring your feeling. If they're not what you're looking for, say that's not a problem. Just realize they can still join us. The fact is they're in for $6. They're in. You just want to find out that you're looking for the ones that want to run. Okay, and now if they don't want to run, you push them to the edge before you push them off the cliff. You pull them back. But you got to learn how to push them to the edge. If you want to have fast growth, you've got to learn how to push people to the edge. And the only way you learn how to push people to the edge is you got to push a few over. And once you push a few over, then you push too far. Then you know when to start pulling back. So as I'm going through this with someone, do you have a dream in your heart you can't get? Are you willing to follow our pattern, plug into our system? And the third thing is, here's what I tell them: you have to commit to buy $75 a month worth of stuff. So if you follow our pattern, you plug into our system, and you commit to buy 70. Now, understand, you don't need to spend $75 a month to join. But if you want to partner with me, commit to buy $75 a month worth of stuff. And so if they don't say yes to that, then I realize this is not one of my 4. What I'll do is I'll pull it back. I say, well, why don't we do this? Why don't we just take this at a pace you're comfortable with? We have several different options. You can just get in, kick the tires, and kind of watch, and you see how this thing goes. And you really only need to spend $25 every 4 months to keep your spot open. Okay, we got a lot of people to do that. They just spend $25 every 4 months to keep the spot open. And as you watch this, and maybe you decide maybe later you want to upgrade. Now, if you spend $25 a month, which is that's the least I recommend you do. It's not the least you can do, but it's the least I recommend you do. Is spend at least $25 a month, because that activates, and that lets you accumulate all the volume off everybody joining your team. And again, realize we've got a marketing system that's got a funnel that's going to generate this traffic that you accumulate, provided you're doing at least $25 a month. Okay, and so if you just want to kick the tires and sit back and just dabble with it and poke it with a stick, then I recommend 25 every 4 months. If you want to be able to just kind of watch and kind of get a feel for it and be involved and and kind of basically benefit from everything that's going on, I'd recommend 25 a month. But if you want to roll your sleeves up and go to work and make the kind of money that you need to get your dreams, then it's $75 a month. Now I'll commit my time, my money, which is my expertise, and I'll go to work with you to help you make the money to get that new house, to put your kids through school, to be able to help you retire, to be able to help you take the vacation of the month program, provided you're willing to follow our pattern, plug into the system, and commit to the products. What do you think? And if they say yes, okay, then I roll my sleeves up and I go to work and I say, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go looking for 4. I'm going to work with you. It's you get 4, they get 4. So guess what? You're one of my 4. I'm going to work with you to help you get 4. I'm going to go to work with you to help you get 4. Then what you're going to commit to me is you're going to help them get 4. So you get 4, they get 4. 4 people what? 4 people that got a dream can't get. They're willing to do something. They're willing to follow the pattern, plug in the system, commit to $75 a month. On the way to finding those 4, you'll probably sign up 15 or 20 people that have just come in for $25 every 4 months. You'll probably sign up 10, 15 people that maybe come in for $25 a month, but you'll find your 4 that are going to run. Those are the ones you want to partner with. Those are the ones your time with. Those are the ones that will change your life. If you do this right, if you take a focus on the people that want to run and run with them, then you don't create frustration with other people. You don't try to make people do things they're not willing to do. And again, what we don't want to do is we don't want to create unrealistic expectations. Thinks they're going to get rich without doing anything, they'll be frustrated. They'll be disappointed. But if they know, hey, listen, here's what it takes. It takes following this pattern. It takes plugging into this system. And it takes committing to $75 a month. And I'm not willing to do that. See, that's our price. That's the price for success. That's no different than, let's say you go down to Best Buy, and you want to buy a 70-inch, flat screen, high definition TV, and they got $675 on that TV. That's the price of that TV. You might say, I'm only willing to spend $400. Well, Best Buy says, well, guess what? Then that's not the TV you want. Then you probably need to get a 4-inch TV or maybe a 50-inch. But you don't get that 70-inch TV. That's $675. The price never changes. The price for success is pattern, system, and product. Once we realize that, once we stop faking ourselves out, once we start to realize this, that I'm only looking for 4 people. So once I find those 4, I partner with them. It's you get 4, they get 4. No guarantees of income. This is just an illustration based upon, and this doesn't include any of the people coming in for 25 every 4 months, $25 a month, but I want you to look at this. You get 4, they get 4 through 12 months. Okay? So you get 4, okay, in the next 2 months. In other words, take 2 months to get 4. Do you think you could do that? Do you think with a concentrated effort you could find 4 people in the next 2 months? Then you're going to take those 4 people that you got, and you think in the next 2 months, working with each one of them, you could help them get 4. Are the marketing system that we've put together will help you get the traffic, that will help you go in the funnel, that will help them sift, sort, so you can get them to opt in for $6, so you can sit down and conversation with them. It's cool about this. It's all on Skype. They can be in San Diego, California. You can be living in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Okay, it doesn't make a difference. You can live in Bangor, Maine, and somebody can get into this thing in Seattle, Washington. So when you get on the Skype with them, you find out you bond with them, you develop some rapport, you develop responsiveness with them. And guess what you want to do? You want to find out, are they money motivated? How much money is a lot of money to them? What would they do with that money? And can they get, and would they be motivated if they could get that? And do they have another way to get it? And if they that they answer all those questions right, then you make a deal with them. Then they're one of your 4. And then you help them get their 4. Now, a lot of people will say, well, I don't know how to get my 4. Our pattern will help you with that. Our pattern will help you. Will help you generate the traffic that will go into the funnel. How would you like to be able to generate organic traffic that goes to your funnel that sifts and sorts them? And again, you don't know who they are, but they pop out of the bottom and they spend $6 and you're on the Skype with them and you're basically interviewing them. That's how it works. You get 4 in 2 months, then you help them get 4 in 2 months. And now here's what's cool. Once you get your 4 and they got their 4, you see your goal is, hey, you get 4, they get 4. The 4 I bring in, I will help you get 4, provided you commit to me, you'll help your 4 get 4. Do we got a deal? And you'll find out if you really help your 4 get 4, they will help their 4 get 4. And all of a sudden this thing starts to create some momentum. If you can look again, no income guarantees, but look in the 12th month. Look what we're talking about. We're talking about $34,000 a month. That's just based upon the builders, the people going after it, spending $75 a month. Does not include this 25 every quarter or every 4 months. Doesn't include the $25 a month. Doesn't include the people who are kind of doing stuff, but not committing all the way. And that doesn't include, we got about a whole lot of income streams that we're going to be bringing to you as well. That's just on that $75 purchase every month. Guys, this is it. Okay, if you want to make this work, get with the person who sponsored you. In fact, if you can't find anybody, send an email to support@iClubBiz. I will see to it partners with you. But here's the commitment that we make as a builder. We'll take our time. We'll take our money. We'll take our resources, and we'll take our expertise, and we'll help you build a dream that can get your dreams, provided you follow our pattern. Provided you follow our pattern, which is sift, sort, sell, and start. Use the funnel to sift and sort, and then you get on them to go ahead and sell, and then you get them started. You plug into our system. Every Monday we have a self-development call you plug into. And when you plug into these calls, you start to realize that you're plugged into a group of people of hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. And if you're plugged into that hundreds of thousands of people are plugged into, then you could become as big as that call because you're getting that information from that source. So you follow our pattern, you plug into our system, you read books on a daily basis, you listen to audios on a daily basis, and then you just commit to $75 a month. So you follow the pattern, plug in the system, and commit to the, and we go to work to get you 4. Guys, it's been great sharing with you. I am going to go ahead and close the recording down. Yeah, let's see. My daughter Tiffany's calling. I have to shut her off. Okay, so again, hopefully you get. Let's see, did I?